in this question we have x times x to the power of 2 plus 4. Remember, I remember teaching you this before, if you don't have an exponent, we can imagine what number is there.
1.
Right. Okay, this might help you.
We don't put a 1 in front of that x, too?
You could put a 1 in front of it as well, so it's 1x times 1x squared plus 4, okay? And if you recall, when we are multiplying powers, okay, what we're doing right here is we're multiplying a power, right? We're multiplying this power times this power. So, for example, if I have x to the power of 5 times x to the power of 3, so if you're multiplying powers with the same base, we write the base, and what do you do with the exponents? Do you remember?
You add them.
Right. Okay, so this would be 8. Good. X to the power of 8. So what we're doing here is multiplication. Yeah. So we have x to the power of 1 times, we're using distributive property, okay, we're distributing this term.
That's what that's called when you use that.
We have to make sure we are multiplying the first term by every single term inside the bracket. So let's do the first one, first terms. X to the power of 1 times x to the power of 2.
So you take the base.
Yeah, we take the base, which is
X.
Yeah.
And then you add them, so it's going to be 3.
Good.
3.
X to the power of 3, and then we need to multiply the term outside the bracket again, but this time we have to multiply it by the second term, which is positive 4.
Okay, so we're going to get positive 4.
Positive x times 4, or 4 times x, 4x.
Okay.
And that's
X
it.
times 4.
We have negative x, y, z times z squared plus y squared minus x. So this term needs to be multiplied by each term inside the bracket, right? Well, do you notice any similarities between the term outside the bracket and the first term inside the bracket? Do you notice anything in common?
Something they have too. That's something that they're looking at as a whole, right?
So they both have z, okay? And I know this is z to the power of 1 because there's no number there. So I'm multiplying a negative by a positive. So let's start with the sign. A negative times a positive is a negative. I'm multiplying it by x, okay? So I'm going to write the x because I'm just using this term right now. Then I'm multiplying it by y. But then I'm multiplying it by something with the same base. So when you have the same base, what can you do with the exponents?
You add them.
Right. So I'm going to write the base, which is z. And I know that this is to the power of 1 and this is to the power of 2. Yeah. So it will be z to the power of
3.
Right. I did not change my x and my y for the first term because the first term in the bracket only has a z. Exactly. Okay. So now we're done with the first term. We finished that one. The second term now is a positive y squared. Let's again work with the signs first. We have a negative times a positive, which will give us a negative. Yeah. We have an x. Is there an x here? No. So let's write, it's just x. X times...
Oh, you still take the x from the first term.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
And then we have a y to the power of 1. Yeah. That's being multiplied by y to the power of 2. So what does it become?
The y of the 3, y3.
Y to the power of 3. Good. And then in the second term, is there a z?
No.
No. So we're multiplying it by z.
Yeah.
So we leave the z.
Blank with no exponent.
Exactly. Good. Positive.
Positive x.
Okay, and we have an x to the power of 1 times an x to the power of 1.
So it's going to get x to the power of 2.
Yep. And then
there's no y in this case, so you just add the y.
Yep.
There's no z in that term, so you just add z.
Perfect. That's it.
Oh, wow.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.